One of the most important weapons in the war in Ukraine is the drone. Russian and Ukrainian forces alike are using them on the battlefield to find enemy positions and strike military targets. Some of them are large, military-grade combat drones, like these, which Russia has bought from Iran, or the Turkish-made TB2 drones used by the Ukrainians. But some of the biggest blows in this war have come in a pint-sized package. Both sides are using small consumer drones, the kind you can buy at a local electronics shop.
80% of drones that Ukrainian army uses now are commercial drones that were produced to film weddings, vacations, and all this kind of situations. And we're using these drones for aerial reconnaissance. We're using these drones to hit Russian tanks.
Oleksiy, who asked us not to use his last name, is a Ukrainian drone operator. When Russia invaded Ukraine in February, he cut short a Colorado ski vacation to fly home and join the fight. For troops on the ground, he says, the sound of these drones is terrifying.
You have to adjust your mind to identify this sound. So when you hear it, it means you're in trouble. It might mean two things, whether your location has been discovered by the enemy or you're gonna be shelled in 5 minutes. So I hate this sound.
The use of consumer technologies in major conflicts is nothing new. In World War II, Allied forces used civilian vehicles, planes, and, famously, fishermen's boats during the evacuations at Dunkirk.
Dunkirk. In the port were ships of every shape and size, taking off the men of the BEF and their French comrades.
And the war in Ukraine continues in that tradition of using whatever is at hand to gain an advantage.
Wars like this, you have to be efficient about it. This is an attritional war. Ultimately, this is a test of the ability of both of these societies to prevail against each other in a whole societal test of strength. So being able to do things efficiently at low cost that are good enough is a really huge advantage.
Experts say there are drawbacks to using consumer drones on the battlefield. They tend to break down more easily than military drones, they are easier to hack, and they have more limited capabilities. Still, both the Russians and the Ukrainians have deployed these drones to devastating effect in this conflict.
A device that is able to generate 80 to 85% of the capability of a much more expensive system that will take 10 years to bring on board, but that can be available effectively tomorrow, is just enormous.
But even as new technologies change the face of war, one thing remains constant.
People are dying in a way that could break your heart and your mind. And I have no words to explain this, especially in English, but even in Ukrainian.
For GZERO World, I'm Alex Clement.